number one, and again, I've talked about this many different times, which is the new Medicare Part B premium. Again, I know that sounds super basic, but it still catches people off guard. I get questions and comments on this all the time down below across the channel as I'm talking about Social Security all the time, literally every single day. But it's now $202.90. It went up by nearly 10% from 2025 to 2026, and it went up $17.90 to $202.90. And again, that's a big jump over $185 of what it was last year, 2025. Anyway, I know that you know that one. I've talked about it many times, but that's a big one. Now, here's another really big one as well. And again, I talked about this a lot at the end of last year. I mentioned this many times, and I just said, get ready, everybody. Please do your due diligence now. I was mentioning this last year, but anyway, there's a lot of these plans that change in a huge way. And by that, I mean offices, clinics, hospital systems, doctors, medical procedures, things like this go in and out of network all the time. Please, you don't want to learn this lesson the hard way, where all of a sudden your doctor is within network 1 year, and then the next year comes around, they're no longer in network. Wait, what? I can't see my doctor anymore? What do you mean? Yeah, they're not in network anymore. Or maybe the whole office is not even in network anymore. Or maybe the hospital system that you would prefer to go to in the event that something were to happen, hey, may not be in network anymore. Nasty situation. But again, this is happening all the time. In fact, recently I just had a separate video out where I was talking about 15 different healthcare systems that are literally just like discontinuing Medicare coverage. They're not accepting Medicare anymore. It's nuts, okay? I had the video out the other day. Okay, but anyway, that's a really, really big one, and you gotta make sure that your doctor, your clinic, your hospital system, whatever it happens to be, is still within network. And I know that sounds like, wouldn't it be automatic that that'd be in network every single year? Not necessarily. They go in and out of network all the time, and that's a pretty nasty thing right there. It catches a lot of people off guard in a pretty big way. Now, here's another big one as well that just started as of this year as well, and this is also going to catch a ton of people off guard, which is the 6 states that are implementing the new AI prior authorizations. Have you heard about this? I talked about it last year as well. This is a really big one. They're rolling out AI prior authorizations in 6 states in 2026. In fact, 6 states include, if I can remember the list, it is Arizona, New Jersey, Ohio, Oklahoma, Texas, and Washington. Again, Arizona, New Jersey, Ohio, Oklahoma, Texas, and Washington. Those are the 6 states. I think I said 6 states. Yeah, 6 states there. Anyway, those are the 6, okay? They're doing this AI prior authorization for 17 different conditions. Point being with that is you're literally going to have a computer telling you if you can or cannot be seen or have treatment if you have one of these 17 different conditions and you're in one of these 6 states. Can you imagine that? This is a new thing. It's a new pilot program. But my point being is that if this happens to be even remotely successful, guess what they're going to do? They're going to roll it across the entire country. And then all the states will need to comply. And then guess what they're going to do? They're going to add more than 17 conditions. It's just 17 right now. But guess what? It's only going to get bigger than that. It's not going to get smaller. Are you kidding me? It's only going to be more states, and it's going to be more conditions that they're going to add onto that list. And you're going to have AI, literally AI, a computer that thinks it's a person telling you what you can and can't do. Yeah, that's going to be awesome, right? Not. This is going to be a nasty situation, again, for a lot of beneficiaries that basically can't get their procedures and can't get their healthcare expenses covered that are in these states and get this denial because of the prior authorizations. This is nuts. We've never seen this before. So anyway, this is something new that they're rolling out right now for 2026 when it comes down to Medicare. So that's another big one. Now, Medicare Part D people, which there's a lot of people out there, the max out-of-pocket has increased by $100 in 2026. And you're going to be thinking, who cares? It's just $100. You know what? $100 is a lot of people that live on a fixed income. It was $2,000 in 2025. It's now $2,100 of max out-of-pocket for Medicare Part D individuals, okay? And again, it's $100, but you know what? It's a 5% increase more out of pocket that somebody has to pay. $100 is $100, you know what I mean? So anyway, Now, those are some of the big ones. Obviously, there's a whole lot more to it than that on this list of 11 major changes to Medicare in 2026, but those are some of the most popular ones that I wanted to point out that a lot of people are going to be impacted by in a lot of different ways out there. And again, there's nearly 70